Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cowboy Republic of Plumstead. In the last one, we took out I took out half the lands of New Autumn's Bay, which is a no-hierarchy colony. This is episode number 26. If you haven't seen, if this is your first time saying this, there is a playlist in the description. Please go watch that. And if you could please leave a like and subscribe for me, that would be very good, and I would be very happy if you do that. So while we're getting into it, we're currently working on waiting for this modifier, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Ah, that one. That modifier. We're currently waiting on this modifier to go away so that our missions can complete. Yeah, we're ready on everything else, because we're almost done with this. We are almost done with this. What is that? Okay. Nothing important. City demands seat in Parliament. Where? Yeah, take it. It's fine. Let's only do these that can be upgraded. That's what we can spend our money on. All the temples that can be upgraded. And no more. We have lost a guy. Trade, improve relations, Diplo rep. Let's improve relations. Very nice. Propagate religion in Trolls Bay. Yes, please. That's exactly what I was hoping to do. Got enough trade power that we can start doing that. Runeborns, we're just gonna be nice to them. Because I have so much money, it doesn't matter. We're building universities everywhere. Because my other buildings are done. Yeah, that looks good. Runeborn. Take them in. And our ally of Bloodgroves decided that they didn't want to be allies anymore, and they're dying because of it. Honestly, they can only blame themselves. They can only blame themselves for that. Oh, did I get a vertical? I think I did. Good. I'd been wanting more verticals. Let's grab some more universities. Wonderful. Oh, you'll need to get a university, won't you? Ruinborn. Just got a bunch. Yeah, you two definitely want universities. You're going to want a university, too. I'd just like to get the universities everywhere, because I have so much money, I might as well use it on something. Who's this? Iceland. Sure. I think I built a new stack somewhere. Ooh, new heavies. You may move up to the fleet. We're going to move over to this province. I don't think you need the rebel suppression anymore. You may come over here. Yeah, because we need someone to chill on this island. Do we really? Wow. They're super chill. They're actually just super chill. Maybe we don't... That's a Green Orc province. Oh, wow. I didn't expect that. Yeah, there's a couple Green Orc provinces around. Osgar Orcs makes more sense. And then Ungolin. Okay, they did change. How are we looking on this? Everyone happy? Yes, they are. Give me your land. Very nice. Absolutism doesn't do anything for me, because that is just so low, I'm not even going to try to fight it. So we're maximizing estates instead. Did you guys make it up north? Yes, you did. I want you on the boat to the island. Great, I do want to... development. Yeah, give me that province. Give me a claim right there. On Maryland. Because I'm gonna try to get that. Isabellan will be able to fight and take over Thilvis. Okay, CLSDC. We just have those islands. That's fine. I'll take those eventually. I love that we're slowly converting their land. But since they're the thought, they don't even care. Industrial Revolution. Who got it? Go ahead, got it. Honestly, that makes sense. It's spreading in all these provinces. It's going to spread in these coal provinces fastest, I think. Let's see. Has a furnace. Yes. Yeah, we'll get it eventually. I'll just save up money. Looks like my cores are in. Yeah, you can be a state. Now, are we going to accept Green Orc? Probably not. Are we going to accept Duranic? Definitely not. Last couple provinces over here. They're part of the Delaire trade node. Oh, here we go. Finally time. Clues and research. If we want to find out why the dome was moved, we must find the place from where it was moved. And to do that, we will need more support. We will employ the brightest minds of the UOTD, University of the Dame, has to offer to find out where that damn dome originally stood. Geologists, petrologists, and archaeologists will be hired to pinpoint where that glimmering enigma was first laid. It must be done if we are to unravel the mysteries of Proto-Startup. Which gives me renewed interest in adventure for 5 more years. And we get an event in half a year to 2/3 of a year. Okay. Yeah, and then I'll have to have that one too. Okay, cool. So I got 5 years on that, and then I can do this one. That's why we're basically just waiting. But Lord, that is really bad. Oh, we got a province converted? That one. Push this way. I want Steadsman, please. Are you converted yet? No. No, you're not. You, I would like you to be a gnome. I'd like you to be gnomish, please. Thank you. And I was looking at autonomy. The autonomy in these provinces is awful. They don't have any unrest. Well, they do now. But I got someone on the island, so it's not a big deal. Next, I 100% want that. Mostly for the autonomy. This province is big enough that I will, however, give it a seat in Parliament. Yeah, your job is that island. These guys over here, not a big deal. They can take their time. They can take their time. Let's move you... Actually, where is a shipyard? Up there. Good, you do have a shipyard. Yes, you have a shipyard. Benign neglect. Give me taxes. It's one province. I'd rather just get the direct money. You may upgrade whatever you stole. Very nice. How are we looking on that? Not quite there yet. Okay. Artificery work denounced by the church. That's too bad for the church. Yeah, it looks like it's time to just keep doing those. Good money. Good use of money. Yeah, those guys are dying pretty hard. This sucks for them. How are you looking on your cores? They have a lot more to deal with. So we're going to wait on that. Ah. You're ready to be taken over. Love to see that. Sleep call. I'll take that. Everyone, go back to drilling, please. Alright. It'll be a fast war. Expedition, clues, and research. For weeks, they had been working hard already. For weeks, Typhon and Milan had been working hard to piece together a route. Using clues in the different Sarda scriptures and the many reports and stories from the natives gave them a good overview. They were not yet ready yet, but they were studying. By the government The government got impatient and demanded the expedition leave as quickly as possible. Both the university and the professor urged the government to remain patient, else the expedition might fail. Adamant, the government pressed on, wanting to see results, not vague promises. Frustrated, the research team had to make a choice. Would they start the expedition now, or just ignore the impatience of government? They'll just have to keep waiting for 35,000? How much do I get out of this? 3,000. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Go as quickly as I can, but without a route, or start backing quags quickly, we're on our way. I'll take the debt. It's not a big deal. I'll get through it fast enough. Yeah, I got loans. That's really not a big... That's a lot of loans. Oh my goodness. It's fine. I'll get through it fast enough. Loans are not that bad. Expedition, the local guide. Avery and Typhon had been relaxing in the mess hall of the Pyhobi fort when he first walked in. A weathered face, ears with cuts and parts missing, and a glass eye. He approached the two men, removed his cloak, and introduced himself. I am Orion, and I would like to join your expedition. A bit baffled by the brazenness of the Sarda, Avery replied, and why should we do that? Orion smiled, took a chair, and in a very slow and raspy voice replied, I know these mountains like my back pocket. I've hunted exotic animals and creatures which do not exist outside of those peaks, and I know how to kill them. Something you will need. I do not ask much, only that I can keep whatever beast I've hunted whole. I will even bring my own wagon with tools and arms to fight them. Avery agreed, though Typhon asked what those beasts were, to which Orion, with a barely covered smile, replied, if I tell you no, that I think it's supposed to be now, then you won't want to go into those mountains. Very cool. I will discover the rest of the Expanse region in case I haven't yet. Cool. Captain Avery's menagerie of men. For hours, they argued while Milan waited, not wanting to get between the professor and the captain. Avery was furious. He had expected that his own personal adventure band was to go along with them. It made sense. Typhon reminded him that he had hired Avery, not his whole band. The two men were angry, as both felt cheated by the other. Fed up, Milan scolded them both and said that they should make up their minds before the whole expedition went to ruins. Shocked, though also impressed by the young student's boldness, they nodded. Typhon made it clear that he preferred soldiers from the army to go along with them, as the government was the largest sponsor of the expedition, while Avery insisted the use of his own men, as he was to lead the expedition. Not able to get to a compromise, they asked Milan to decide, with the promise to respect the decision. We'll take the soldiers and the professor as the professor prefers, so in 20 to 50 days I'll get a new event. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that soon. Knock it down. Expedition. A wise man once said. Then it is settled. Professor Typhon and Professor Sumandriel shook hands and gave a little bow. Avery, who just came walking in, couldn't believe his eyes. Is that Archprovost Emeritius Sumandriel? The elven rector that came up with the Alien language tree? Oh, that's pretty cool. Typhon nodded. He's my old professor, and he's coming with us. We could really use somebody who knows the intricacies of language and the clues and hints that hide them. Avery looked confused as he thought that Typhon was the leading expert on the Epednar, to which Typhon simply replied that history is linked to linguistics, yet it is not the same thing. Professor Sumandriel, who was bored of his retirement and grandchildren, had personally requested Typhon if he could join the expedition in exchange for getting the right to research any linguistic treasures they may find in the vault. Very cool. Idea cost for 2 years. Yeah, let's use ideas. Sure, sounds good. And finish that off. Defensive ideas are done. What do I got? Care about that. Land attrition, war exhaustion. I don't particularly need those. What do we have right now? Reinforced cost, difficult relations. Garrison army damage. Huh? Garrison army damage? Okay. I'll take the attrition, actually. That was pretty decent. Don't need that. Alright, what is my artifice capacity? It's 17 available. Alright, I can do a small invention then. And Adolon, the explorer. Yes you, get us the leader of the expedition immediately. Milan had only just woken up when he was approached by a group of Epednar riders. A female Epednar led them and demanded they be taken to the professor and the captain. Milan, ever socially awkward person, nodded and called for Typhon. As the professor approached, he immediately started to talk in in the Epednari tongue, greeting the young woman and thanking her for coming. He further explained, Milan, this is Adolfon, the explorer. She is an old student of mine, and is now one of the best explorers in the whole Yin and Expanse. She can help us find the path where we cannot seem to find it. She will go along, paid with adventure and an excuse to get away from her arranged marriage. But don't tell anyone else about that. Sure, Professor. That's fun. I'm enjoying these little flavor texts. Oh, we finished it. Good. Give me your land. Thank you. Thank you. I don't particularly care. And next is you. We're going to send everyone back to drilling once again. I just want the one province, dude. I'm sure they'll give it to me once I take it, unless that's not going to be 10%. Nope, not 10%. Where's my boats? There's my boats. Come on over here. Okay, do you guys have any... No. You do, however, have ridiculous amounts of devastation. So, instead of all that, I'm going to give you forts just so the devastation goes down. Because, oh my goodness. That is ridiculous amounts of devastation. And I do need a fort on this island somewhere. It's got to be one of these middle ones. Sure. You can have it. When I get the money... Urbanization in Ubatop. Very cool. Peasants, artisans, craftsmen, and other men from the common folk are moving to town of Ubatop. Province is in the process of active urbanization. Very cool. Taxes, production, or manpower. I believe you have a modifier to goods produced, so you're definitely going for production. And in the next month, I can grab one of these forts. Very nice. That'll protect that island. Just because that island needs it. You don't need that anymore. Ideas. Yes. Let's finish that idea group off. What do we got here? Claims boarding claims. Monthly favor growth modifier. Armed professionals and drill gain. I like that one a lot. So what else we got? Movement speed. Artillery level versus forts. Also very nice. Okay. Yeah, those are really good. We're going to do military focus now. Because it looks like we're doing pretty well. And you'll need to upgrade when I can. Okay, you're on the boat. Let's go. Unless you'll just give me the province. I just want the one. No? Cool. I guess you get to die then. They're still alive. I guess I'll take that province while I'm here then. Might as well take all of these. No reason to not. They got access. Okay. Thanks, guys. We need these guys over here anyway. It's fine. Monthly Splendor, Estate Cooldown Modifier. Okay. Do I have any more fun things I can give these guys? I'm going to give you Patronage. Make you guys a little happier. Could give you Battle Mage, but it's not really worth it. Reduce Research, Monopoly on Dames here. Nah. Although, maybe. We got Clergy. Don't particularly need this. Unique population boom. How long are we doing that? No expiration date. Alright, cool. You can have that then. Be a little happier. Expansion of Zealotry. Don't need that. Don't need Enforced Unity of Faith. Maybe we do. Yeah, make them happier. That's fine. Monopolies. We'll do Religious Culture again. Yeah, I think that's fine, actually. Merchants can have patrons of arts once again. Make them a little happier with this. And we're going to grab this, indebted to merchants guilds, so we can get rid of some of the bad loans. They're not that bad. Okay. Yeah, equilibrium is 94. I'd love to see that. Rangers, anything else I can do with that? Ennoblement, we're not doing that. Really don't need that. Free company rosters, don't particularly need that either. Heroes in the army, definitely don't need that. Pioneer initiatives, you can have that. That's fine. Courtiers of adventure. And the sponsorships, we're not doing those. Tribes, I think I kind of have everything for you that I really want. That is just straight influence. No, that's fine. And cattle barons. Can I give you something fun? Cattle barons in the officer corps. General cost. Don't really need that. Increased levies. Don't really need that. Monopolies, command of military, noble integration. Nah, we're fine. Alright. Actually, just stay there for a bit. I don't think that's enough. Cannon. Nope, there we go. That's 100%. Let's kill their boats. Give me all your provinces, all your land. Move your cores on my stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that can be their problem. That can be their problem. Looks pretty good so far. Heated debates. Can't lose that much money. Just take the stab hit, it's not that bad. Are you ready for more land? They are not ready for more land. This one's still not fully cored. Poor fools. Diplomatic moves. I will take the points, thank you. Looks like we're starting to culture convert down here some more. Keep them coming. Steadsman. Yes. You have good stuff. Fort, town hall. You need a university. Do you guys have universities? One of you does. Alright, that looks good. Looks like they're getting it. Very cool. Production research. I'm taking the points. Orc clan courts. Let them have their clan courts. Devastating floods. You know, I shouldn't be getting floods anymore. But I am. That's fine. They don't have their 10 devastation. They'll get there. Artificer giving away invention. It belongs to all. I can get some innovativeness, or I could tell them to stop, and they could be loyal. I'll take the innovativeness. Because they got plenty of loyalty. That loyalty's at 100 equilibrium. They are fine. They are fine. How much debt am I in now? 29,000. Woo! We'll get there eventually. Just because I want to take my time with it. Because I want this to be successful. Now that is interesting. I wasn't expecting something like that. But I'll take it, certainly. Now the other thing. I want you to die. Go get him. Yep, that's pretty good. Are you ready? You are ready. You get to be gnomes. Send the gnomes up north. Ha 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 ha. Forced march or global engagement. I'm not really using forced march too much. Let's do that one. Wow, I have every single one of these except for institutions. I have 125 discipline? Why do I have so much discipline? Oh, I think I got a discipline event. Okay. Inspirational leader. Yeah, no way that's you. I must have got that discipline event. Ruin League is no longer a rival. You can have that. You are dead. Thank you for dying. The League is no longer a valid rival. Love to see that. Broke that embargo. That's fine. And Great Powers, did we pass them? We did not. They are decently ahead of us. They have industrialization. That's what happened. They passed us. They have industrialization, and we do not. Ruinborn, mere stuff. How are they looking? They're happy. How are we looking on this? Haha! We have, like, no provinces with it. So we're going to use that money to repay loans. We're making enough money, that's fine. Some of these not states or something? It's probably this stuff. Orcs. Let them in. You... I don't think you need this fort anymore. The fort was literally just a fix your devastation problem. Mages could be happier. I think I'm just going to let them be happy now. No, I want my crown land back up. The Rebellion Zealots. That's fine, they can deal with it. They can deal with it. Oh, I need to drill. Now, are we big enough yet? Yes, we are. Time for a new stack. Very cool. Let's build them over here. Ooh, industrialization spawns. Where? I don't know where. This one? No. Do you have a furnace? You do. Okay, that's good. Let's grab this last idea. Diplo possible policies. I'll take that. Republican tradition, imperial growth modifier, mandate growth modifier. Alright. That's pretty good. See if any of these are worth taking. A lot more of these. Don't really need any of those. Special unit force limit. Oh. Daily corruption. Max absolutism. Don't really need that. But special unit force limit is pretty cool. I'd get 4 extra guys. Right now. That one's pretty good. But I think we're good on policies for now. Max protocultures. How many protocultures do we have? Are we using all of them? No. I think I'll need to develop the institution somewhere, won't I? I mean, I'll be getting it up here. Like, is that enough? You know? Ooh, growth of the glass industry. Let's see. This is in Hitsgrove. 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 Down here. You lose 1 base manpower, and you get glass now. Okay. Take that. We're back to this. Can I get that? And stability? And some of that. Looks good. How much do I get a month? 4. I'll take it. Oh, we're going up against the Blood Groves. It is time. Yeah, make sure I get land down here. Looks great. Who are you? I don't care. I'm not gonna ally you, dude. I'm sure you can get bigger. That's fine. Do I have a trade port over here? I do not. Just kind of control land over here. You, I would like this. You may drill. You get to have big stack. I'm gonna send you 3 down. And you get to be backup. Okay, looks good. Unpopular mathematician, it's fine. It is about time to declare on them. Damester's gone. That's fine. I wasn't really using Damester there. Didn't really mass produce it yet. I have a couple Precursor Relic spots, huh? They are ready, but I'm waiting for this. Then I'll start developing them immediately. This is my siege? It is not. So we're getting off that siege. But we are at war with Zornkand. That's too bad for them. Would these guys vassal me? No. Because they have more than 100 dev. Of course. Of course. Already under siege. Okay. You may take this. No, you get to kill them. You may take this. And you know what? Give me all this land too. Not you. Yeah, all that. Give me... If you're gonna do anything over there, give me that. Give me all of it. You're doing great. You can come over here. Going around the north. Interesting. Interesting choice. Ruinborn, that's fine. Just be chill. Innovativeness. We are... I don't need it. I don't think I need it. My name make it? Yes, they did. Good. Uh-huh. Pretty easy. Nice and easy war. Oh, we got a core. Very cool. You can also be a state. How are you looking on rebelling? I'm just gonna tell you to go away. That's fine. I'm just gonna tell you to please don't. Oh, here we go. Preparations and funding. While our researchers are working round the clock to find out where the Dome of Protostarta originally stood, another group to prepare for the physical search. We must prepare an expedition by training men for the possibly long and dangerous journey. Besides that, food needs to be prepared via preservation and equipment needs to be bought or produced. While expensive, the benefits should, according to our expectations, far exceed the cost of this expedition. So stock up and get the men ready to set off. Cool. And I get this for 1 year, and I get this in 3 months. I need to have a new modifier ready for adventure. Okay. Hey, I got your flagship. Or killed it, at least. Very good. Alright, you have done your job. You may come over here. You may drill. You may drill. Has it been a month thick yet? It has. I'm just gonna raise the economy. I don't care. Ooh, I got some land here. Okay. Yes, give me that now. Before I start coring these. I'll take that, thanks. Now, do I want that land for myself? That is the question. Can I release anyone here? And I don't think I can give it to Isabellan. That's fine, honestly. They didn't give me the tree. I guess they did. They didn't give me this one. There's knolls here. Interesting. I do want these islands, too. Parliament debate. Let's see what we got. Sailors. Oh, we need sailors. Taxes, prestige, advisor costs. Let's do that one. Points. Overrule seats. Coins. Tradition. Not doing bribes. Not doing that. Not doing that. Unless it's our diplomat. Not the commandant. Diplo points. Not doing that. Not doing that. I'll take that one. Not doing that. Take those. National conscription. There we go. Alright. You have done a good job. Yeah, go get him. Did I lose a general? Yeah, this dude died in the assault. That's fine. Give me a new guy. Very cool. Oh, they're here. Time to grab that. Funding and supplies. We will need, well, a lot. The chairman of the Committee of Adventure Affairs seemed unimpressed by the answer given him by Captain Avery, and rightly so, as requests by the adventurers to support expeditions were revised with extreme care and very critical mindset. Squandering the resources of Plumstead is not on the agenda, Mr. Avery, and so I advise you to come up with a more detailed and complete report regarding the needs of the expedition. Remember that it is the reputation of Professor Typhon and the support of the Rebellion Church are the reason this proposal is reviewed at all. Strict and perhaps overly bureaucratic, the chairman further informed Captain Avery that he had to give them a report from Professor Typhon about their research progress, alongside a list of gear and goods necessary to make such an expedition. A bit frustrated, Avery agreed and went to Professor Typhon for help. Together they came up with a report which was perhaps a bit exaggerated regarding just how far they were in their research, though by no means short or incomplete. Just don't tell them about those worms living on the other side of the mountains. They might think we're worm food already, Typhon instructed. They also created a list of materials, goods, and gear that they suspected was needed for the long journey. You do realize that we are asking them for a small army, right? You are asking for multiple regiments of men. On top of that, a lot of food and equipment to keep those men going, Avery said with a hefty amount of doubt. Yet Typhon was unwavering, as it was really necessary to go with such a force, else they might fail on the way to the vault. A few days later, Avery returned to the committee with a report and a list. Thank you, Mr. Avery. The committee will now review your report, and after that, you may ask a few questions to clear up any questions or things which are not clear to us. Nervous, Avery waited outside for what seemed like days. Finally, after a few hours, he was called back into the committee room and presented with a verdict. The committee decided to fully support it. Yep, we're going more into debt, thank you. No, give me all of it. Take it, I think we're gonna be fine. You're fine on that. 32,000. Okay. Yeah. We're what, 70k in debt now? 55k. Yeah. Not bad. We're slowly getting out of that. And we renewed those loans. Yeah, I figured. Demands for representation. Shut up. Oh, we got him. Cool. You may come over here. You may come down here. I think they're fighting these guys. Yes, they are. Logistics and fine print. 50 barrels of salted meat, a big barrel of salt, 70 barrels of salted fish, dried tobacco, dried plums, dried crackers, 12 crates with jars of vegetables and beef stock, pickaxes, 3 wagons loaded with gunpowder and ammunition, no less than that 7 crates. No less than that 7 crates of spare nails for the wagons, and so on and so on. Avery and Millen looked at the list they had been given by Vincent. Being a former army logistician, there we go, and an old buddy of Avery, Vincent had been quick to volunteer for the expedition, as it would not only allow him to go on a big adventure, but also give him a reason to come out of his early retirement. A tall yet skinny man, and a mustache which would impress even the mightiest of dwarves. Vincent was old army stock, Roarsfield through and through, perfect for an expedition on a scale this big. Millen, however, had some questions regarding the funding, as a lot of things were not on the list that the committee had been given. To which Avery replied, "On the bottom of our report is stated that in case the committee agrees, we can make additional costs if deemed necessary by a qualified expert on logistics." Vincent gave a smirk. He knew Avery and his antics, a truly cunning and shrewd adventurer captain. Vincent then continued inspecting and revising the list, in case there were other additional costs. Alright, very cool. Woo! Come on, game. It ain't that bad. It's time to grab this? No. They can wait. Northern League has rivaled me again. That's honestly expected. He may drill. We got that one. Cool. You, come on. Give me the province. You get to be a state. And autonomy race, because I don't want to deal with you. Now, you're going to go get these guys, and we're going to deal with them in a bit. And last thing before we end the episode is we're going to read this event. Remember that we cannot guarantee return. We will go where almost nobody has gone for eons, and those who did never lived to tell the tale. Avery was stern in his speech, for if these men, a motley crew of explorers and adventurers, were going into the unknown, they should at least know the risks. You will each be assigned to a wagon and will have the full responsibility over it. If something is broken, you fix it. If something has to be replaced, you will either replace it yourself or you will ask for it. The men nodded. Most of these men and women had been on multiple adventures in their lives and knew the risks, though never had they experienced an expedition like this. The scale and the danger of this expedition was unparalleled and had caused multiple folks to abandon the expedition before it even started. Yet, at the end of the day, hundreds of volunteers had presented themselves to Captain Avery. They now had a large pool of manpower for the expedition. They finally had an expeditionary force. Very cool. Alright, but we're going to end the episode there. We're going to finish that story off in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time.